Hi everyone. So in this video we will be talking about Cognizant Ace Hiring 27 because in many colleges Cognizant has announced their hiring for Ace profile. Now you guys will be wondering that we are not getting the much material around Ace hiring on YouTube or on Google. So don't worry about it because you will see this video, you will watch this video till the end. I can guarantee you I can guarantee you day and night our team worked to prepare the material of Cognizant Ace hiring, and I will showing you the material of Cognizant Ace hiring, all the materials so that you can prepare for Cognizant Ace hiring, which is very different from Gen Z. And you will be just wondering the quality of material which we have produced, the premium quality material with a very low price which we have produced, that you will be wondering after seeing that. So I will be explaining you each and everything. Also, I will be showing you what kind of questions they do ask in the Cognizant Ace hiring. First of all, make sure to like this video and let's start with the very first thing, the profiles. So as we all know, for Ace hiring, they are just keeping two profiles, that is senior associate and associate, and we will be focusing on these profiles only. So for senior associate you will be getting the pay package of 18 LPA. For associates you will be getting the pay package of 12 LPA. Okay, now talking about this, if you'll scroll down, the eligibility criteria says 60% is the requirement for 10th, 12th, okay, and BTech MEM Tech batch 27 is eligible to participate. Okay, and when we will scroll down, okay, they are saying the candidates not selected in round 3 Ace team interview will be automatically evaluated within the same interview for Cognizant Gen Z next programmer analyst role for 6.75 LPA. Based on round 2 technical assessment performance, candidate may also be met for direct Gen Z next interview at later stage. Okay, that's why the technical assessment round is very very important, and we will be showing you the technical assessment material, that what kind of questions you will be getting in Ace. The expected timeline in many colleges is shared by this. So the online assessment will be starting from 14th of August. The in-person technical assessment will be starting from 18th to 26th of August. The interviews will be starting from 25th to 7th of September. This is the timeline for Cognizant Ace. Okay, and let's start and let's discuss about this. First of all, the company, I have the hope the company shared this kind of brochure with you. So first of all, see brochure, I will be just we will be just seeing this because it is not much helpful. Okay, so we will be just taking a quick look on brochure. So skills, technologies and everything they have mentioned. Okay, it is not much helpful. Okay, the overall process idea they have mentioned in the brochure for 2027, the registration screening. Round 1 is aptitude and communication assessment. If cleared, technical assessment. If cleared, technical interview, associate level, senior associate level. So this they have shared. LOI, letter of intent, will be there. Okay, if selected you will be joining as fresher, as no prior experience will be considered. Academic credentials they have mentioned in the brochure. Okay, and apart from this, the mandatory documents for registration, interviews, onboarding, everything they have mentioned, so you can check through this. Okay, I don't want to spend much time on this because the process we already know. Okay, now we will be going deep in the process, and that is the main thing. Okay, the first round, which is aptitude and communication round, please be with me, I will be explaining you everything, don't worry about it. Okay, so first of all, the first round is communication test. Okay, communication assessment. Now you will be saying, bhaiya, how can I prepare for communication assessment? What will be the pattern? What kind of questions they will be asking in communication assessment? So don't worry about it. Today only I have uploaded this video. If you guys can see here, it's a 29 minutes video in which I have talked about each section separately. I will be putting the link of this video in the description as well as in the pin comment. Just go through this video, which is Cognizant communication assessment, and you don't need to watch anything apart from this video to prepare for Cognizant Gen Z or Ace communication assessment. This video is sole enough, so I don't want to repeat the things again, so you can watch this video. Okay, this is enough for Cognizant communication video. Separately I have uploaded this. Okay, apart from this, there is a aptitude assessment. Now you will be wondering what kind of aptitude questions they will be asking. So this is the first important thing which comes in our mind. So see, first of all, in this one there is no game based round. So in Gen Z we face the game based round also. In this we have the 40 minutes duration in which they will be asking 40 questions. Okay, now you will be wondering what kind of difficulty level will be this. So these questions will be of medium level difficulty. Okay, medium level difficulty questions will be there. What will be the topics? Okay, so topics will be SINCI. Okay, SINCI, profit loss. I'm just talking about the topics. Okay, and average. Okay, average, time, speed and distance. Okay, probability. Okay, probability, LCM, HCF, number systems, Okay, number system, APGP series, APGP series. Okay, and time and work. And apart from this, you will be getting the questions from percentage. Okay, these will be some very, very important topics which they will be asking in your quant. Apart from this, in logical reasoning, they will be asking mostly the questions from data interpretation, sitting arrangement, coding, decoding, okay, and series like alphabetic series, numeric series, letter based series, these kind of things, coding, decoding, okay, direction sense, direction sense, okay, and some logical reasoning questions. Okay, so these will be the syllabus of logical reasoning. Okay, now you will be wondering, if we want to see the actual questions, how we can see and how we can practice these questions with timer, because see, the main important part is timer is very, very important. So now KN Academy comes in place and we will be handling everything for you. So first of all, the main problem is timer, right? So let's check. So this is our mock test series. Okay, first of all, for aptitude assessment, you will go in this section, which is actual previous year solution. In this, you can scroll down in the aptitude section. You can check here the detailed full solution of previous year. So this is the previous year solution. Okay, so previous year, what kind of question do they asked in aptitude, you can get here with solution. Apart from this, the screenshots, if you want to see the previous year questions, screenshots are also available. So we have uploaded the screenshots of the questions as well. Now the main thing is, okay, bhaiya, this is fine, but what about timer? How we can practice with timer? So scroll down. In this, you will be seeing practice questions aptitude. You will be getting around 200 questions here to practice with timer. For example, if you will go in this section, okay, if you can see this section, this is in this section, there are 20 questions in 40 minutes. You will click on start quiz. You will be opening this test like this. There will be timer, which is given like this. Then you will be seeing the question, the answers, and you can go to the next question. You can see the question, the answers. So these kind of mock tests are there which we have provided. So these all mock tests are with timer. So it will be actually looking like your exam interface. Okay, so same like your exam interface, you can attempt the question with timer. So for aptitude, we have provided this. Now you will be wondering, what about logical reasoning? So today we have actually updated the logical reasoning as well. So when you will scroll down in ACE material, because only in ACE they will ask logical reasoning, there will be 4 mock tests of logical reasoning which you can attempt, and you will get an idea what kind of questions they do ask. So okay, so if you guys can see here, all kind of mixed questions are there for logical reasoning. Okay, so with timer you can attempt these questions and you can participate in logical reasoning and aptitude, and you can prepare for logical reasoning and aptitude. So remember, 40 questions, 40 minutes will be there. Okay, with timer we are providing, with pyq of aptitude we are providing it to you. Okay, so you will get an idea what kind of questions to ask. Now comes the main part, which is technical assessment, and I wanted to talk about it because that is the main thing which candidates don't know, and this is the first time candidates are seeing this. So let's talk about this in detail. Sabse pehle, there are 2 clusters, if you can see here. So you can select your cluster. The cluster 1 says there will be the coding question in which you can use Java, Python, or .NET. There will be the questions which will be related to problem solving, hash maps, stack queues, heaps, dynamic programming, greedy algorithms, maths, and combinatorics. And in this, the technical assessment details to cluster 2, there will be the coding questions based on problem solving, hash maps, stacks, queues, heaps, dynamic programming, greedy algorithm, maths, and combinatorics. So these kind of questions will be there, okay, in Cognizant technical assessment. Okay, so these kind of coding questions will be there. Now let's talk about this, okay, because this is now very, very important. So they will be asking you the coding question, okay, from this. Second, these coding questions, see, frankly speaking, coding like dynamic programming, hash maps, and everything, you cannot prepare for the instant moment. But if you want to see the previous year questions, we have uploaded the previous year questions here. So some previous year question sets you will be getting. So if you guys can see here, the previous year question sets we have already uploaded. If you guys can check here, so in our mock test series in actual previous year solutions, you will get the previous year questions. Okay, so many previous year questions we have already uploaded. The screenshots also we have uploaded for some questions. So basically you can go through this. this, and when you will be going through this, you will get an idea what kind of questions in coding they ask. Okay, and you can solve the coding questions. Okay, and you can practice the coding questions using pyqs. Okay, and see, basically for coding questions, your previous preparation requires a lot, because see, instant movement you cannot prepare for dynamic programming or heaps or something. Okay, so for greedy algorithm, yes, you can practice. You have 10 to 15 days, but in this 10 to 15 days, I would suggest to practice at least 50-60 questions. Okay, majorly from arrays, strings. Okay, and greedy algorithms, some basic questions from dp, so that will work. Okay, now comes to the most important part. They ask one coding question that is from Angular, one coding question from Prompt Engineering, one coding question from RAG. Now this is the main part, because nobody knows what kind of coding questions do they ask in this. Okay, so see, based on cluster, either you will be getting the Angular question and React question. Now you will be wondering, Bhaiya, what kind of questions we will be getting? How we can prepare this, because we have not seen this kind of assessment previously. Now KN Academy will come in place, and now let me show you what we have uploaded. Just scroll down, at the last you will be getting ACE material, right? In this ACE material, we have uploaded everything which is required to prepare for this. Now just click on this one. So suppose this is the React Angular important part one. Okay, so when you will click on this one, you will be seeing the requirement of the questions. Okay, you will be seeing the requirement of the questions here. When you will see the requirement of the question, it is mentioning that infinite scroll product grid with intersection observer and debounce fetch. Okay, the level of the question is hard. It is related to e-commerce performance and insertion observer. You can see the scenario here. Product catalog page displays hundred of products. Rendering all DOM nodes at once degrades memory and cause layout thrashing. Page loads must stream products asynchronously as the user scrolls near the bottom of viewport. Now you will be wondering how we can solve these kind of questions. That's why we have uploaded medium and hard level questions here, and these kind of questions you will be getting. Now you will be wondering, how can we check the solutions? You will click on view solution. You can see here the React solution. If you guys can see here, these are not big questions. If you guys can see here, the React solution is not that big. You will click on Angular solution and you will see the Angular solution as well. So we have uploaded the questions in this format, very interactive, in which you can see the question, the tag, the scenario, and you can check the solution. So these kind of more than around 30 questions you will be getting in part 1, part 2, part 3. Okay, so these will be the questions. Okay, you can do with the practice. Okay, so you will just open these questions. Okay, you can read the question, you can check the difficulty level, and you can click on view solution and you can check the solution. This is the kind of premium material which we are providing. Now you will be wondering, Bhaiya, I have one doubt. If I can see the UI, that what we need to design, maybe then I can perform better. That's why we have uploaded the sheets as well. So these kind of sheets also you will be getting. Now in these sheets, you will be seeing the question. This is the actual format of the question which you will be getting in the exam. So see here, this is the question: design a password strength meter with real-time visual feedback. You will be seeing the requirements. If you guys can see here, these are the detailed requirements. And this is, if you guys can see here, this is the structure of the UI which we need to create. Create password, medium password, weak password, this kind of feedback we needed. So we created the sheet as well. So you can check the requirements, you can see the design, you can read the question. After that, when you will go to the next page, you will see the solution here. So React solution we have provided, the Angular solution we have also provided. So Angular solution, React solution you will be getting with the starter code. Starter code means we already have some starter code. Now we need to write some important functionalities in that. Okay, because there is a possibility that for these kind of question, either you will be getting the starter code, that means that you will be already having some starter code and you need to write some functionality, and there is a possibility that you need to write the function from scratch. That's why scratch solution also we have provided, the starter code also we have provided. So in this sheets you will be getting the starter code, the design of the question, what kind of question is there, also the solution. Everything we have included in this sheet. So this is the kind of premium material which we are providing to you. It is very premium. Again, I am saying, even on whole internet, I challenge you, just go and you can see these kind of question. Nowhere you can get these kind of question. This thing I can guarantee you. What kind of material, the premium quality we are providing, this kind of material you will not find all entire internet, because they just copy paste the things from AI. But AI cannot create these kind of visual. AI cannot paste the UI. Okay, these things you cannot create using AI. Our team work hard for this. Okay, so this kind of premium material we will be providing to you. Now this is clear what kind of questions you will be getting in React and Angular. So basically you will be getting a coding task. In the coding task, there is a possibility, either you need to write the code from scratch, or you will be writing the code from or you will be writing the code from with the starter package. So starter code will be given, or a boilerplate is given, or you need to write from scratch. Okay, practice you already got. Now the thing is, what kind of questions do we get in Angular and React? So I am already showing you what kind of questions we get. Okay, so in this sheet, if you can check the first question, you will already get an idea. So this kind of questions you can get, in which we need to create a password checker, in which what is a strong password, what is a weak password, what is a medium password. These functionality we need to design using React or Angular. Okay, so I hope the question is clear, what kind of question you will be getting. Okay, and all this resource, as I have mentioned, I already included in our mock test series. So in the mock test series you will be getting all this. Okay, so this is the first thing. Now second thing is prompt engineering. So how we can prepare for engineering? Let's talk about the prompt engineering. So prompt engineering, where is prompt engineering? Prompt engineering is here. So what kind of questions do we get in prompt engineering? So for this also we provided 20 questions. 20 questions are more than enough to practice prompt engineering. I get like, if you can understand these 20 questions now, you can do any question. Okay, any question. Remember this thing, this technical assessment is offline, so you need to read. Okay, you cannot rely on cheating, you need to read about this. Okay, so in prompt engineering we have provided the 20 question. The level is medium for most of the questions. Okay, what kind of questions do we get in prompt engineering? So basically in prompt engineering we will be getting the question like this. For example, strict JSON schema enforcement with fallback. This is the title. The headline is, an LLM API extracts customer sentiment and entity details into JSON. Occasionally, the LLM appends conversational filler like, here is your JSON, or fails to wrap keys in keywords. Okay, so for this we need to provide the solution. We need to provide the prompt. Okay, so the task is to draft a system prompt using zero shot COT and XML wrappers to guarantee valid machine pierceable JSON extraction. This is the question. When you will click on view solution, you can see what prompt we will be typing. So here, if you can check the answer, we already provided the answer. Okay, in which you can see the system prompt. So here is the prompt, here is the output format requirement, and here is the input requirement, and here is the JSON output. So this is the prompt structure which we need to provide as the answer. And also we have provided the insights. Okay, so these kind of 20 questions you will be getting. See, in prompt engineering, what you need to write is, you need to answer the prompt. Okay, so these kind of user prompt, XML, these kind of things you need to provide as the answer in prompt engineering. So 20 questions we have already provided, included here in prompt engineering, which you can use for your practice. I hope the questions are clear. I am already showing you the question. Okay, these kind of questions they do ask. Okay, and if I talk about the actual question, so actual question which they asked recently was this one, which was semantic relevance and document scoring. So recently when they conducted the exam for 26 batch, the exact this question they asked: in a search engine pipeline, keyword matching written documents that share vocabulary but miss a semantic intent, you need the LLM to score how relevant a candidate document is to query while avoiding keywords stuffing traps. So this kind of question they did ask recently. So for this also we have provided the solution. So this kind of prompt engineering questions you will be getting here. Okay, now what is the next step? What is the next step? Okay, coding RAG. Okay, so coding RAG. So generally the default language for RAG is Python. I am not sure they will be providing Python or not, but I have 90% faith that they will be providing the Python only in RAG, because the default language is Python for RAG. Okay, so now talking about this, here in RAG we have provided a lot of questions. If you guys can see here, these are the 15 questions which we have provided. Okay, in this you will be seeing the tags also, like you can separate the question based on the tags. Okay, so here, suppose this is the question: sliding window text splitter with overlap. I can guarantee you, if you will do these 15 questions now, you will do very, very good in RAG. So suppose this is the question: sliding window text is, splitter with overlap. Implement a custom recursive sliding window text chunker, sliding window chunker, text chunk size, overlap size without using external LLM libraries. Preserve sentence boundary integrity. So if we will check the solution, this is the Python solution here. Okay, so basically this is nothing but a Python code only. Okay, and generally in RAG assignments, what we do is we do the Python coding only. So if you can see here, we are just implementing the question using Python. Okay, so this is nothing but implementing some functionality using Python in RAG. Okay, so if you guys can see here, these are the solution which we have provided. Also, we have provided the facility of copy pasting. Okay, so you can directly copy the code as well. Everything we have provided in our website. Okay, and if you want to check the important questions, so important questions also we have provided. So you can click on view solution, and these are some important question with important functionality. More than enough. I can guarantee you these are more than enough to prepare for Cognizant. Okay, then we have MCQ questions. Okay, so for MCQ, I would not suggest you to first prepare for MCQs. Okay, because see, they will be asking you around 24 MCQs. So first try to prepare for all these things. MCQ you can prepare at last, because see, in MCQ there are chances that your guesswork will work because there are four options. Okay, and for MCQ the only problem is, suppose if you are preparing something, you cannot guarantee the thing will come from that particular topic only. Okay, but from our best we will try the material of MCQ also, we will upload in our course. But for starting, the main important point is do these four things. These will be very important for you. For all these things we have already provided the material. Okay, and all the best. I hope now you got what kind of questions do they ask. This will be your technical assessment in detail. I have discussed about this. I hope this is clear, and thank you so much for watching.